Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a Queen of Wands. Interesting. This is a lot of ambition. This is a lot of confidence. This is a lot of stature. I almost get this feeling that right now you're growing to be larger than life, you know? And I don't know if this is really like an increase of your commitment and your ambition and your enthusiasm and your strength and power, trying to build yourself up way bigger than the situation that you're in, right? So that it doesn't look so daunting. This is kind of like a cartoon where one character is really, really tiny, and then the situation that they're up against seems huge. Well, I feel like this is the opposite way, right? I feel like you're growing in size, and then whatever your challenge is right now seems like a little tiny thing. Yeah. And so I feel like we're growing in confidence here, I think is a big part of this. Let's put this into some context, though, okay? I also feel like this is the way others might be perceiving you right now. Yeah. This might be some kind of recognition or some sort of, like an achievement, and people, I feel, are kind of, in a way, humbled by what the energy is that you possess right now, okay? Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, we've got a Four of Wands. Something is being accomplished, right? Something's being accomplished, and I think you're really getting the recognition for it. I think it really is a major, major achievement. You got the Seven of Cups. This tells me that you might have been denying yourself a lot of this is kind of a card that says you didn't take any days off when you were doing this, right? That you worked all through the night even. You didn't allow yourself to relax, indulge, or anything. You were on it. Yeah. And look at that. Even more fire energy. More fire energy. Oh my goodness. More fire energy. What this fire is doing, it's suppressing the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups might be this feeling of, it's just kind of like that icky internal feeling that I'm not going to make it. I'm stuck. This is like all of those kind of creepy feelings that we have inside about ourselves, that we're just not good enough. We're not going to make it. This isn't going to work. All of those kinds of emotional insecurities, doubts, those sorts of things. Okay. I think that, I'm getting the impression that you're usually a very modest, very reserved person, almost even kind of quiet, right? That you're a little bit more of an introvert than someone might think of as like a Leo person, But right now I feel like this Leo energy is just, it's coming out. This is one of those occasions where it's all fire, baby. And so this is something that's maybe relatively new for you, or it's not your usual energy to feel like this kind of stature, okay? Because I feel like you're usually a pretty reserved person, yeah. Yeah, well, we've got a Knight of Pentacles. That's pretty reserved. The World or Universe card. Oh my goodness. Six of Cups and the Empress. Oh my God, this is, I feel like you're finally getting what you've worked so hard for. You're getting, all this stuff, especially the Knight of Pentacles. You're this reserved, calm, quiet, kind of, it's the strong, silent kind of energy, but you have a tremendous vision. There is something out there that you want to achieve. You have this goal. You have these big objectives and outcomes that you want to achieve. You've got big dreams, right? But you're not making a show of it. You're being modest. You're being in the background. You're not trying to really stand out. Well, you are standing out, and you can't help it right now. This is something that you've worked so hard for, and now it's happening, and people are going to look at it. People are going to see you as this towering giant, and allow yourself to feel it. Right? I kind of think that you don't like that. You don't want to be looked at that way. Enjoy it, though. Try to, because you've earned it. Right? You've worked very hard for this, and I think that you have, with the universe or world card here, this is a long time coming. This is kind of like you've been out in space on this. You've been like lost in space for a long time, and now you're finally returning back to the home planet with all of the success that people have been waiting for. And you're going to be celebrated. You're going to be the hero, right? You're going to be championed as the one that kind of saved the day. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe this is something going on at work. Maybe this is in your personal life, at home, I don't know, family thing, friends. You're accomplishing something that you've been working on for a long time. And I think it really is going to, your confidence is going to skyrocket. Okay. But not only that, I think that there's a really promising future here too with that Empress card at the end. That is, that's pretty spectacular. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Howard the Duck, a.k.a. Robo-Duck, a.k.a. not Howard Stern, right there on that card. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. All right. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. All right. Now let's take a look around the room one more time. We don't see any major arcana over here because this is your effort. This is your doing. It's your will, your intention, your fire, your creativity, your power, your risks, your rewards. Okay. Over here we have major arcana energies, the universe, and then your particular corner of the universe. That's all yours. For you, your loved ones, your friends, your family, your pets, your plants, your people. This is stunning. This is kind of spirit saying that you have done such a great thing. Here is all of the abundance that you could ever ask for. This is something I feel like it's going to set you up for life in a way. I feel like it really is a major accomplishment. And something, I don't know, maybe you've solved the biggest problem at work or in your industry, or you know what I mean? And now everyone is so thankful for what you've done. The boss, the company, the owners or whatever are just showering praise on you. And I don't think you really like that. That's the funny thing here, is that you've earned it, you deserve it. You're going to kind of stand up and be proud, but you don't really like that kind of attention, is what I'm feeling. All right? So we've got a lot of fire energy. We've got some water energy. It's a 7 into a 6. A 6 that kind of becomes a 7. See, there's an issue here with the internal thing, with the emotions. I almost wonder if it's difficult, if you don't take compliments well, right? Spirit's telling me that there's an issue with people being too nice to you, and maybe it has to do with some of this 5 of Wands that's up at the top here, because this is really the idea that we always got our shields up, we've always got our defenses on, and I feel like this is kind of how you've had to live a little bit. I feel like you've always been, what's the word people say? You've always been a little scrappy, You've always had to kind of assert yourself to kind of get by. And I think that maybe that's from, childhood when you were younger. So I feel like now there's this energy that likes to stay in the background, this strong, silent type. You don't want conflict. You don't want the attention of any kind. most of, you know what I mean? It's that natural tendency that we've built up now where maybe we're used to things being a fight. And so when somebody starts talking to us, we already kind of got our fists up like, what do you want? Why are you talking to me? You know? And that's the interesting thing here too, is that we don't have any air cards. See? Not a single one. There's a whole bunch in the tarot pack. Not a single one came out. Okay? So there's something going on there. And I think that it's being worked out through this situation, but in your life generally, we've got a 7 and then a 6. So we're reharmonizing, we're stabilizing. You're realizing, I think, in a way that what you're achieving, where you are, this kind of safety and security, this abundance around you, it's not going anywhere. No one's coming to take it from you, you know? And so really it's kind of this feeling like, hey, this isn't, usually with the 7 of Cups, we think a situation is beautiful. Oh my God, this is paradise. But when you look closely, it's a swamp. It's rotten. It's toxic, right? For you, I feel like this is the other way around. This is a situation where we're just like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't gonna be, it's gonna be taken away, or this can't be real, or it's a mirage. But then what you're realizing, you look closer and you start experiencing it, right? You start touching it. It's coming in through the senses in a real way, and you're saying, wait, no, this is all real, you know? And so we're then perceiving the true nature of the situation is the 6 of Cups, not the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups, I feel like, is what you're usually expecting. Okay, what you're usually expecting. Now, the Princess of Wands in the position back here, this was the big risk. I think that you took a big risk somewhere. And I don't know what exactly it was. Feels like maybe it was something like career-wise or business-wise, or just a big risk with your life path. Okay, and I feel like this now, the Queen of Wands, is you kind of realizing the success of this. It's like we took this big risk, and oh yeah, it's paying off. And there's this energy now of like, yeah, I knew it would. You know, or because this was like, I think maybe, I don't know if people were doubting you or something. I can't really tell because we don't have the air cards here. There might have been a lot of naysayers, but you didn't really listen. You felt like this was something that you had to do, and I don't know, you felt sort of compelled to do this. You had this great idea, and it wasn't easy. The 5 of Wands, that says no, you had to really put in a lot of effort for this. You put in a lot of work, and it was difficult. And of course, on the path of the serpent, we see it all paying off, right? So there's a lot of courage here. And I'm still getting this kind of strong, silent energy from you. I think you are very courageous, very strong, but I feel like it's something that's very subdued, right? It's very refined. It's very humble. There's a bravery, there's an intensity in you, but it's kind of quiet, right? And it's very interesting energy. It's not the typical thing that we would feel with all this fire here. I feel like all of this fire is really kind of contained in this Knight of Pentacles, and we'll talk about that in just a second. First, let's talk about the 9 of Wands. This is in the future position. This is one thing. This is a card that says you're never going to doubt yourself. This is a card that says you have this connection with spirit that is unbreakable, a connection with your true self, with your inner nature, with your own divinity. And it will not be broken, right? It will not be severed, this connection that you have. All right. And so I think that this is you knowing how strong you are. And I do think that whatever this accomplishment is, okay, that I think you've been working very hard. It's been a long time coming. I think you have had to sacrifice a lot. And now you're coming in from the road, and it's kind of hard for you to relax and just feel like you're allowed to be home now. I almost wonder if you are some sort of a military person. All right, sorry about that. We had our power knocked out here for a brief moment. What I was in the middle of saying was, I feel as if there could be some sort of a military connection here. And if you are in the military, or you were, thank you so much for your service. With all of the fire energy here, I feel like this was a really intense situation, and it really could be that you were doing this for a long time. Now we are kind of coming back home, and this is the energy that says, welcome home, enjoy this is yours, you deserve all of this abundance that you've built, that you've earned, that you have succeeded in securing for yourself. Okay, and that is being offered to you and given to you, and I think kind of showered upon you, right? And so it feels like that might be something going on for some of you anyway. And again, thank you for your service if that is the case. Yeah. All of this fiery energy, I feel like it's really all contained in this Knight of Pentacles. Now we're going to go over here to the Path of the Serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And it helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. So all of this fire energy is going into this Knight of Pentacles, who now is looking at the future. It's all of this action, all of this excitement, all of this intensity, and then kind of at the end of the movie, it's just this person who's very calm, quiet, almost stoic, just looking at the future now. And that's in the point of the movie where you wonder, are they going to make a second one? You wonder, will there be a sequel, right? They kind of left it with this person gazing out into the infinite unknown, and we think they're going to make a second movie. Yeah. And I think really, I think it is for you. I think there is going to be a second movie. I think that this card really has that continued vision, that this is what you've worked so hard to accomplish, but you're not done. You know? And so now maybe it's a different phase of things. Maybe this was somewhere else. Now you are home. Now let's do that. Now let's focus on that stuff. It's not going to be fire, right? It's kind of like the fire energy is what we did before. And now we're kind of in this Empress water energy. We've got this earth energy with the universe or world card here. And I think this is really a new direction. I think that this is now taking this huge accomplishment and figuring out, okay, what comes next? What am I doing this month, next year? What's the rest of my life going to be? Maybe this was you in the workforce. Maybe we're kind of making a shift now out of the workforce into this more, we're kind of retiring now. Maybe this was that really big sale that you've been trying to make, right? That one sale that's going to have you set for life. Yeah. Well, then this is it over here. The Knight of Pentacles is the one that has the vision of the future. You understand kind of where you want to be, who you want to be in a year, 5 years, 10 years down the line. So we can start building it now, right? And the world or universe card, first of all, in the relation with this, it feels like this is the delay. This is just, it felt like it took ages to get this thing done, right? I don't know if it actually did or not, but it feels like it took a long time, okay? Now it's done. Now this card takes on a different meaning. It's in the position of your environment. And I think this is you really realizing that you've got freedom of movement. There are no boundaries or restrictions on you. And no one has given you orders now. Now you're free to move about and do what you want to do and pursue those aspects of your own identity that you really want, that you really desire, that you really feel connected with. And maybe this is also a little bit of a challenge, is to kind of to acclimatize, right? To get used to this new environment. Yeah. Because I think whatever this accomplishment was, it's in a different place, right? You're going to a different place. The environment is changing in some way. Perhaps the environment is just expanding. It's just opening up. And you realize the wide open land that's in front of you, thinking, what am I going to do with all this? You know, where am I going to go? Let's say you got acres and acres of land. Well, where are you going to put the house? You know, that sort of thing. It's just a lot of space. Yeah, a lot of space. And the Six of Cups is very important because this is the connection. This is the pleasure. This is the security, the safety that we feel inside, the balance, the harmony, the love, right? And it is this kind of love and connection. This could be a family kind of thing. It is this kind of a bond or a harmony with people that makes the storms a little bit easier to weather. You see, with this Six of Cups, you look at the water, it looks a little choppy. The sky looks like it's getting a little dark. And we think, why is the sky and the ocean like that in this card? This is a card of pleasure. It should be bright, sunny skies, right? No, one, this is kind of a card that says, there's no pleasure that lasts forever, right? That's kind of one general meaning. But what I feel like with this card is that this is the connection that you have with your life, with spirit, with universe, with people, family, friends, your pets, your plants, whatever. This is the harmony and the security that you feel with your loved ones, with your life, with your spirit and universe, that allows you to weather any storm. Okay? And maybe you're thinking, well, I'm alone. I don't have people. Well, that's fine too. This is that connection and that abundance and that resonance that you feel with your own spirit, your own true self and soul, with God, goddess, deity, right? With your pets or your plant, with the environment, with the universe itself, really. Yeah. And it's through this kind of, it's almost an intense love. It's a spiritual love. It's an agape, And this allows us to weather any storm. But I don't see any storms coming ahead of you. There always the potential for storms, right? But what we see next is that Empress energy. This is not a storm. This is the land of milk and honey. This is really, I think for so long you have you've done this work and sacrificed of yourself to get this thing done. Now it's time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Right? This is time for you to enjoy the life that you have fought and worked so hard to secure. And this is really nice. This is lovely. This is really, really, really good. That Empress energy. All right. There's something here with holidays. I don't know. I know we're kind of, we're moving into, what are we in now? March. I guess there are some holidays coming up. We're getting into maybe the summer months, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. I wonder if there's a lot of family gatherings that are going to be taking place, right? And I kind of get this feeling like you're not really too thrilled about those family gatherings. But I feel like this time around it's going to be different. It's like this is really where you're going to slowly, again, kind of acclimatize. You're going to adjust to it, and you're going to start to really enjoy the connection with family, even if it's not always the happiest gatherings. People don't always get along at these things. But I feel like there's something coming, and maybe the feeling I'm getting is even like a welcome home party for you. Yeah. Maybe it's a surprise party for you that's coming down the line, right? Didn't mean to spoil it. Just act surprised, okay? But it's something that's it's centered around you for some reason. So it's something to celebrate you. Yeah. And again, it's one of these things where you don't really like it, but you're going to ease into it, and it's going to feel really good. Yeah. I feel like you're getting what you've worked so hard for, and you've got to allow yourself time to get used to it, but enjoy it. Right? Enjoy it. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what Howard has for us. Well, maybe some more water energy, right? We have all this fire and just this little bit of water kind of thing. Maybe we need more water. Maybe we need like a 10 of cups, 9 of cups. Maybe we need some more earth energy. So we got this as kind of the vision. This is, we have the vision of the future now. What is that future going to be? Is it manifesting? Will it come to pass? Well, let's see. Maybe the mystery card. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I'm thinking a 9 or a 10, either of cups or pentacles. Oh, look at that. A 10 of pentacles. See, this is your best life. This is your best life. This is you in the land of milk and honey. And it's what you have envisioned. It is your details, your creation. It's not you kind of being in somebody else's life and just kind of learning to enjoy it. No, this is what you wanted. This is what you have planned, what you have built, what you have worked so hard to achieve. This is you getting it. This is you living there. Right? And again, we remember that we have the Knight of Pentacles, so it's not that there's no more progress for you. This isn't the end of the game. You know, now you have to figure out, what do you want to do with your time? What do you want to do with your money? You know, what do you want to do with your land, with your house, with your life? You know, it's a good time with all of this to kind of ask, maybe when you're in this celebration and you're having your glass of, I don't know, sparkling apple cider, and the music dies down a little bit, maybe you ask yourself, what comes next? Yeah. It's a joyous, joyous occasion. Now we're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link at the end of the video. There's a link up here. There's a link down there. They're all over the place. All right. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. But I'm here every day. Just come on back tomorrow. Okay? I'll be here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Yeah. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.